Hello there and welcome. It's one of our pellet challenge days today. Obviously all the pellets we use are 2-2 because all the guns I use are 2-2. But I've brought in some of the big guns today, the ones that people really do shout about. Obviously if you feel there's something else that we should try out, please add it into the comments and I will try and see if I can arrange getting those in and bringing them into the league. The idea of the 5 pellets that I'm going to be using today is who are we going to put in to challenge our stalwart winner at the minute, the one that's really doing the best, and that's the Bisley field trial pellets. They're just doing so well, they're doing everything at the moment, but as I say, this could be a different matter today. We have really got some of the big guns in. Supplied to us here by DAI Leisure. I've got the Air Arms Diablo fields. So they should be quite a challenge there. We have the JSB Exact Jumbos, big favourite of most people, especially I think if you're shooting a quarry or any type of hunting, they seem to love these. I've got some H&N field target trophies. The field target pellets seem to do well, so we'll see with those. And I've got some from Webley, which are the VMX pellets. Never tried these. We do have a VMX obviously in, and in the 5 guns that I'm choosing today to go with, we have actually got a VMX here, so should go well in that gun, hopefully. And to put the cat amongst the pigeons, you will probably see in one of our earlier videos we did, the marksman pellets, which seem to give our field trolls a little bit of trouble, amazingly. I mean, these are probably one of the cheapest pellets you can get around. I was told by a good friend of mine who runs a gun shop that never discount these anymore. Apparently since they've turned to the Mark II pellet in the marksman, they're a really good pellet. So obviously I bought some under his proviso that they're a lot better now, and I've got to be quite honest, he knows what he's talking about. They did give our field trial pellet, if it was a proper test day, they did give them some trouble and could have took the title on that day, but they're here again today. They will be used and they're up against the big guys. Whoever wins this challenge out of the 5 pellets will go on to challenge up against the Bisley ones. So it's a big day today for all these pellets to show their wear and where they can go. How this works is, what I normally do is, obviously all pellets shoot differently in different guns. So to make it fair and give everybody a chance, there will be 5 different guns used. I've just picked 5 at random, nothing picked on a purpose. So the guns that we'll be using today, we've got the Hatsan 900X Breaker. We've got the Hatsan AirTac ED, the BSA Lightning SE. We also have the Webley VMX Quantum, and I've got at the end there the last gun, it's the Remington Express XP. Now, all different types of guns, all from different manufacturers. Well, there's 2 Hatsans there, but everybody should get a fair chance with the 5 guns of getting somewhere. I'll shoot 5 pellets from each gun into 5 of the targets. How we'll do it is, whoever I think's won will get 1 point. Whoever I think's come second will get 2 points, and so on each card for each gun. We'll add them all up at the end. Whoever scored the lowest, because obviously they will have the lowest points, as won. Now, I done one like this a couple of days back, I think, on the channel, and everybody seemed to like it the way I've done it, so I'm going to do it exactly the same way. As I say, these guns that we're using today will be set up for our Challenge League, which is obviously like we're using the Nickerson Dome pellet, so it's not actually got to be the closest to the bullseye, it's more about the closeness of the grouping. Bear that in mind. You may think that another gun's being closer than the other one, but what I'll be more looking at is the grouping. If they're consistent, that's what you want from a pellet when you take it out, when you're shooting quarry or doing anything like that. You want consistency and more or less pellet upon pellet. of accuracy. So that's what I'll be basing it on. I've done enough waffling on, I'm sure you're getting bored of me, so I'm just going to say, let's get them out there, let's get this started. It's going to be a long-winded effort, so the shooting part of it, I'll take myself out and I will speed up the pellets going into the target just slightly so it doesn't get too long-winded for you. Okay, let's go, let's get them out there. Right, we're going to start our pellet test. The first two guns that we're going to have in are the Hatsan AirTac ED and the 900X Breaker Hatsan. Let's not delay, let's get going. Okay, then the results of our test are in, and this is how it ended up. The VMX Pellet, they scored a fourth, a fifth, a fourth, a fifth and a fifth, and they scored 23 points, which is fairly bad to be fair, so they didn't do very well. Our next pellet, the H&N Phil Target Trophy, they had a fourth, a second, a first, a fifth and a third. Give them a grand total of 15 points. The Air Arms Diablo Fields, they had a third, a fourth, a first and a second for a grand total of 11. They didn't do too badly at all, they didn't. Kindly supplied to us by DIY Leisure in Maryhill, those was. The JSB's Exact Jumbo Diablos, they scored a first, a second, a third and a first, which give them a grand total of 10. And our last one, the Marksman, who obviously like you would expect to be beaten quite soundly. They had a second, a fifth, a third and a fourth, so not a bad spread, and they scored 16 points. So the winner of this test today will be the JSB Jumbo Exacts, just by 1 point. They only just about beat the Air Arms Diablo Fields. But after checking all the cards and checking for the group in the bunching, the JSB's just come out on top there, and they will go through to face now Boisley Fields in like a knockout to decide which is our best pellet. So a good test today. The JSB Exact Jumbo Diablos have come out on top. One thing I did notice, these are quite expensive pellets to buy. You're looking, if you buy a full tin, somewhere in the region of probably 18 to 20 pounds. I would have thought maybe more. When I was grabbing pellets from out the H&M Field trophy tin, I had a couple of ones that were badly misshaped or got bad edging around the skirts. Now I don't know if this is a common thing with H&M or I've just been a bit unlucky, but I did have to pull a few out and put them on the table because I couldn't put them inside the gun because they were so badly misshaped. The other pellets, however, all seemed consistent and fine, didn't have any problems with those at all. But I just thought I'd pick up on that because that's something that I found with the H&M Field Target Trophy pellets. Enjoyed testing these out today just to see where we could get with them, and I'm looking forward now to see how the Exact Jumbos will do in a shoot-off against our stalwart favourite, which is the Bisleys. So that will be a next video coming shortly, no doubt. But thank you for tuning in today, and I hope the results have gone in the way that you feel they should have gone. I feel quite sorry for the VMX, which didn't quite match up to any of the guns really, not even the VMX on its own. I think it came last in the Webley VMX itself, so they didn't do well at all, the VMX pals. But anyway, there's no doubt about it, come out on top, and that's the JSB Diablo Jumbo Exact. So on to our next test, and thank you all for tuning in.